Hello there, everybody. Bilbo10000 here, bringing you another episode of 999 The Nonary Games, and in the last episode, we picked door number 3 after we went through some of the old escape rooms and got to know Snake and Seven a bit better. And Santa is now telling us we can't go through door number 3, which is complete bull.
Huh? Why? Because it's impossible.
It's possible.
If we split ourselves into 3 and 3, then we give up on going through door 3.
Then someone else waits behind.
Why? The bracelet numbers for the 6 of us are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 2 combinations that can go through door 3 with 3 people. 3, 4, 5, or 6, 7, 8. That's it. Of course, 2 teams can't go through the same door.
That's true.
I see. That means one team would get left behind.
That's right.
But I still want to go through it.
If we go through door 7 or 8?
No, they're fine. We've got 3 options.
Santa began to explain.
Option A, have 3, 5, and 8 go through door 7, and 4, 6, 7 go through door 8. Option B, 4, 5, and 7 go through 7, and 3, 6, and 8 go through 8.
Alright. Option A, I believe it... Actually, wait, no, I'm in both of those. Number 5 is in both of those 7s there.
Option C, 3, 6, and 7 go through 7, and 4, 5, and 8 get 8.
Okay, so we've done option C before. We haven't done option A or B, which is going to basically be the same thing. I want an option D, please.
Those are the only 3 options. That's it. At least if we want to get all 6 of us out of here.
Wait.
That was when Junpei realized. Plan A divides into 2 teams. 3, 5, 8, and 4, 6, 7. Plan B, basically he's realizing, oh my god, June and I can't be together. God.
But that means
There was one thing they all had in common.
5 and 6 can never be on the same team. If we want all 6 of us to go through a door, then June and I can't go into the same one.
And that sucks. June and Junpei had been friends when they were kids. He trusted her more than anyone else on the ship. If he chose 7 or 8, he'd been taken away from her. Was that something he was prepared to do? Nope.
Have you mulled it over enough, or do you need more time? Anyway, that's the deal, so think it over. You've got 2 choices, 7 or 8. You can't choose 3. If you choose 3, you're gonna be leaving 3 people behind to die. So what are you gonna do? 7 or 8? Time to choose.
Junpei thought hard. After thinking it over, his conclusion was... take the risk and choose door 3.
Sorry, Santa, but I still want to go through door 3.
What? That's nuts! You've gotta be crazy! Why the hell are you so obsessed with that door?
I'm just...
Junpei paused. He swallowed the words he'd been about to say.
I'm just curious about door 3. That's all.
That doesn't explain shit!
I've got a reason. I'd be happy to explain it to you if you'll just come with me.
With that, he began walking toward the door. Their curiosity likely getting the better of them, the others followed. A few of them looked a little suspicious, but Junpei told himself that wouldn't matter. He kept walking and kept silent. Eventually, they arrived at the number 3 door. Junpei stopped.
I'm curious about the red. 7, would you mind authenticating for me?
What? Why?
Please, just do it.
He stared at Junpei for a moment, then grunted and laid it. What is Junpei playing at?
Happy?
Yeah, thanks. The number 7 has been entered into the red. Next is June. Please touch the red just like 7 did.
What is he doing?
Junpei, what are you trying to figure out?
Yep. I think
Junpei thought about his answer for a moment.
I might have found another way out.
What?
Really?
That got them excited. Oh, he's playing them.
Now please, June.
Oh, okay.
He's playing them, completely playing them. 7 plus 6 is 13, 1 plus 3 is 4. With those 2 numbers in the red, Junpei had done what he wanted. He casually placed his own hand on the scanner and the 3rd asterisk blinked on. Yeah, he puts 5 in there. 13 would become 18, right? Yeah.
Alright, the only people who haven't authenticated now are Santa, Clover, and Lotus.
So, what's your point?
You don't get it. Think about it.
Okay.
Huh?
What's the sum of your number and Clover's?
12.
And what's the digital root of that?
3.
Yeah.
Which is Santa's number. By the way, Lotus, what's the number that's currently in the red?
7 plus 6 plus 5 equals 18. It would be 9,
They
right?
need a 3.
Yes, and what will the digital root be if you add 3 to that?
3. The door's number.
There you go.
Hey, wait a minute. What the hell are you up to?
This is an interesting little conversation right here.
I'm not up to anything. I'm just waiting.
Waiting for what?
I'm waiting for the balance to shift.
What?
Santa, or Lotus and Clover. Once one of you moves, the others won't have a choice. So I'm waiting.
Junpei laid his hand almost casually on the lever.
You son of a bitch! You tricked us!
Junpei!
And all that stuff you were going on about is all bullshit!
I think he still has a way out. I think he's still, not a way out, but I mean, he's got to have a reason to go into door 3, right? No, Junpei fucked them over completely, 100%, and I love it.
Bullshit, huh? I don't think so. Didn't I tell you I'd figured out another way to get out of here? This is it.
Why the hell would you do something like this?
Junpei glanced at June.
Jumpy.
You did this just so you could go through the same door as June. That's it?
Santa was furious. His face was red and flecks of spit flew from his lips as he spoke. Junpei closed his eyes calmly and then opened them again.
So, who's it going to be? Santa or Lotus and Clover?
Shit!
No.
Let's go, Clover.
Huh?
Who's it gonna be? Lotus leapt forward. She grabbed Clover by the sleeve and ran for Junpei in the door.
Fuck!
Caught by surprise, Santa froze for a moment, then shot forward like a bullet from a gun. Lotus had a head start, but Santa had the advantage in size and speed. Almost immediately, he passed Lotus and Clover.
No, wait!
Santa did not hesitate.
Ah!
He slammed his hand down on the red.
This is insane! This isn't right!
You know, I'm just thinking about it. So, Lotus's number is 8. Clover's number is 4. That's 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. Oh wait, no, they're fucked then. Yeah, they're fucked because their ace wouldn't help them out. His number's 1. That's not good. Oh no, he glared at Junpei, his chest heaving.
Yeah, well, you may be right,
Junpei's voice was cold, but not without effort.
but
He turned to the red and pulled the lever. This is horrible. Oh my god, with the sound of metal on metal, the door opened. It would only remain so for 9 seconds, there was no time to think.
go.
Junpei and his 3 reluctant companions jumped into the door's gaping mouth, one after another. No sooner did they enter than an all too familiar noise sounded from their left wrists. The detonators had activated. Junpei looked back only once and saw Lotus and Clover on the other side of the closing door.
No.
They stood still, stopped where they had been when Santa reached the red. The defeat and desperation on their faces tore at Junpei's heart. Then the door closed and they were gone.
You son of a bitch, Junpei! This isn't fair!
This is war! Santa rounded on Junpei, lightning crackling in his eyes and his knuckles white.
Do you realize what you just did? You leave them out there, and they can't...
Shut it! That's enough!
It hadn't been Junpei that spoke, but 7.
We gotta find the dead or none of this is gonna matter!
The clock was ticking. The dead was their only chance at survival. Unless they could find it and deactivate their detonators, the 4 of them would be...
We got less than a minute left! No time for screwing around! Get
Oh
moving!
crap!
Damn it! You and I are not done yet, bastard!
They scattered and began to scour the room. The deactivation device was nowhere to be found.
Where the hell is it?
Corridors stretched out in 3 directions, but everyone was blocked off by a wall of metal. There was only one way out. One other door.
Over there! It's gotta be behind the door!
7 ran for the door, a rusty iron thing. His large hands grabbed hold of the handle and pulled.
Damn, it's pitch dark inside.
Can't see a thing!
Junpei struck his hand through the door and looked around the room.
No, wait!
Almost immediately, he spotted the blinking red light on the right wall.
I found it! The dead's right over here!
He stepped into the room.
Ugh. What? The floor's slippery!
Oh no, he stopped and glanced down at his feet. What was...
Hey! What the hell are you doing?
There's something...
Get over there!
Junpei felt 7's heavy hand against his back and stumbled across the... What is going on here? Oh, this is the shower room. Oh no. The other 3 piled in behind him. They all felt immediately that something was wrong. Nothing that could be easily identified, only a sense that something terrible shared the room with them. But there was no time to say so.
Quick! Get to the dead!
They all started running. In the dark, it was hard to tell where the wall was. All they could see was the tiny red light blinking at them over and over and over.
There it is!
In quick succession, they all slam their hands against the scanner panel. And it's all bloody because... oh god. Seven leaned against the wall, gulping air. As his breathing began to return to normal, he glanced at his left wrist and grunted.
It stopped. It stopped.
And now what? Junpei could hear him laughing in the dark, but could barely make out the larger man's face.
I don't think I'll ever get used to doing this.
What the...
The sound of retching came from Santa's direction.
What the hell is this smell? This is vile. I'm gonna puke.
Oh god, so desperate had they been in their race to the dead that no one noticed the horrible smell that pervaded the room. It was a terrible, nauseating stench like burnt and rotten meat. Adrenaline had drowned it now, but now it rolled over Junpei in waves, forcing itself into his nose with every breath he took.
Oh, you're right. Oh, this is...
He felt his stomach clench and bile rise up in his throat.
Let's get the lights on first. There's a switch over here.
The light that spilled in from the door barely illuminated a small switch plate next to the door. Slowly, with the toll of the last few minutes apparent in his gait, Seven walked toward it. Oh no. He stopped as he got close and extended his fingers toward the switch.
Okay, guys, I'm flipping it on.
Oh no. There was a soft click as the lights came on. Just as the light turned on, June took in a short breath and... there's the dead body. A scream echoes through the room. Junpei's breath stopped in his throat. His heart ceased to beat. Time froze. His mind scrambled to make sense of what he saw before him.
What?
Hey. Oh, this is...
What was left of the body sat in a sea of blood. Chunks of flesh torn from the body sat in the blood like tiny islands in a great red sea. A vast ragged hole had been torn in the torso, and what remained of his intestines spilled. Yeah, we've seen this description before in episode 7. Oh yeah. Globules, I remember that.
Looks like an explosion.
Seven's voice was low and strained.
Just like the Ninth Man. The detonator in his bracelet set off the bomb in his gut.
Oh god. The bone is coming out of his left arm.
It's definitely an open fracture.
It looked as though the explosion had been quite powerful. His legs were both bent in an odd and unnatural way, and his left arm had split open, yep. His bracelet next to him seemed to have hit the wall hard enough to have shattered the display.
The face is the worst.
Yeah, you can't even tell who it is.
Half of his head had simply collapsed. Oh no. Yep.
But the clothes are...
They were all familiar to Junpei.
Is that... Snake?
Santa's voice wavered as he spoke, his mouth dry.
Oh my god.
Finally, Junpei spoke.
Why did this happen?
Oh no. June, breathe. Suddenly June was screaming, her voice broken. It was an eerie scream, full of insanity and not entirely human. She shook her head violently and grabbed fistfuls of her own hair. Junpei could hear the sound of hair tearing.
Stop! Calm down.
He grabbed for her wrist.
Hey!
Oh god, she's literally having a mental breakdown. Jesus. But as he did, June leapt up and ran toward the exit. And we're locked in.
Please! Get me out of here! You have to let me out of here!
So us deciding to bring June with us because we didn't want to leave her brought her to mental breakdown mode. Brilliant. She screamed at the door and her fist slammed against it with a hollow sound. Junpei could see drops of blood on her knuckles.
Why are you doing these horrible things to us? What did we do to deserve this?
June.
She screamed again, a desperate, mindless cry. Her fists flailed against the door.
Get me out of here! Please! Please, just let me out!
June.
Junpei couldn't watch anymore. He ran to June and wrapped his arm around her, pulling the screaming girl away from the door. Oh,
Calm down.
No! Get off of me! Let me go! Let me go!
Please, calm down.
this is just freaking tragic. Oh my god. She scrambled for a moment, her legs skittering across the floor, but her resistance didn't last long. As suddenly as her outburst had begun, it was over. The manic energy disappeared and her body went limp in Junpei's arms. June collapsed toward the floor and Junpei knelt down with her. Oh god. He felt drops of something warm and wet. Was she crying? A moment later she began to sob. Aww. Her shoulders shook, and great hot tears rolled down her face like rain.
We're gonna be fine. It's gonna be alright, June. It's going to be okay, Connie.
Her name was a whisper.
I'll be here with you, okay?
She nodded once.
Thank you.
Aww. This is a heartwarming moment. Too bad they're probably gonna end up dead if this is going to the submarine ending.
Thank you so much, Junpei.
Her trembling voice pulled at Junpei's heart. He stroked her hair gently. Actually, can I see where it is on the flowchart? Yep, we're going to the submarine ending. Okay. That's actually really good to know. Then that means that, yeah, this is a non-canon moment, in a way. Oh man, his face was so close to her. The scent of her hair was nostalgic.
Do you feel better?
Yes, but I'd like to stay here for a little while at least. Junpei's body is so warm.
Okay. Several minutes passed before June's tears had dried. Junpei stood up. He bent down, put his arms under June's, and helped her to her feet. They didn't speak. Neither did Seven or Santa. A person was dead. They had died in that room in a terrible way. Junpei knew there was no way he could make himself forget that. There was no way any of them could forget it, but mourning would do no good. They spread out to search the room, but each felt as if their heart was made of lead.
We better get to it.
Santa's still probably going to punch us, but you know. Here we go. Okay. LLR. Those letters written in blood. LLR. Do you think that might be some sort of dying message from Snake? No, that's impossible. You saw the body. You aren't doing anything after something like that happens to you. Then this. The way the blood's dried tells you it's real old. Whoever's blood this is, it ain't Snake's. Then you're saying this blood was put here a long time ago? Yeah. Okay, so this is ancient blood. Okay, good to know. Probably part of the puzzle. Let's see if anything happens when I turn you. Anything? Nope, nothing. Not even a drop. Is the pipe clogged? Okay, let's check this one first then. A wooden box. There's something inside here. Luminol. What's luminol? What the hell is this thing? Some kind of spray bottle? There's something written on it. Lumen? Can't read anything else. The label's all faded. Let me see that. You just grabbed it from him. That wasn't very nice. Oh, this is luminol. You know, forensics guys use it at crime scenes. Oh yeah, that stuff that glows blue when you spray it on blood. Even if the blood's been wiped off, it'll still glow. Oh, we could probably spray it on the blood on the wall. Toilet paper with blood or something, or words on it. It's toilet paper with some kind of red symbols on it. You think maybe that's a Scytale cipher? Scytale cipher? What the hell is that? You wrap a piece of paper around a stick and then write several sentences on it so that the whole paper is filled up. Then you unwrap the paper and you can't tell what the original message was, right? That's how it works, more or less. Then to decipher it, you gotta have a stick that's the same diameter as the original one. Same diameter as the original one, huh? Yeah. Then you just wrap the paper around that stick and you can read the code. Huh. A bucket. And a broom. Junpei reached for the broom, and as he grabbed it, he heard a soft voice from behind him. It was June.
The rabbit hutch.
Huh?
Huh? He turned around. June still looked sadly pale, but there was a smile on her face.
Oh, you just reminded me of it. The rabbit hutch, I mean.
Huh?
How did I remind you of something like that?
Jumpy and the broom. You're always playing around with the broom in front of the rabbit hutch.
Oh god, it's a childhood memory.
I was.
Don't you remember?
Junpei stared at the broom in his hand.
You mean, you don't remember that summer either?
Aww. She looked very sad. He shook his head.
Of course I remember. How could I forget something like that? It was terrible.
Oh. They were in the 6th grade. Junpei and June had been assigned to take care of the classroom pets, the rabbits. Something bad happened. Oh god, did the rabbits get killed? Their chief duty was to clean the hutches every morning. On the final day of school before summer vacation began, Junpei overslept. He rushed to school and found June standing in front of the rabbit hutches. No sooner had Junpei arrived than June began to cry. He had no idea why until he looked behind her into the rabbit hutch. Oh god. Blood. The hutch was filled with the dead bodies of the rabbits. Even after their teachers and friends came to see what the commotion was, June wouldn't stop crying.
I just kept crying and crying until you came over. You held my hand, and you looked very serious, and you said, "Don't cry. I'm gonna catch the person who did this." After you told me that, I finally stopped crying.
Aww.
Well, the real fun started after you quit crying.
Oh.
You told me we were gonna catch the killer together.
Oh, June smiled and a little of the flush returned to her cheeks.
Then we decided that we'd ambush them.
Oh no.
Yeah, I remember.
The school also kept roosters and guinea pigs. Junpei and June had decided the murderer would likely return to finish off the rest of the animals. They would ambush the killer at night. Junpei and June hid behind the hutch at dusk and waited. It was a warm summer night. The quiet sound of crickets whispered through the air. As the sun went down, the stars began to wink at them from the sky. And June's, Akane Kuroshiki's face, that night was something Junpei knew he would never forget as long as he lived.
But the murderer never showed up. We waited for them all summer vacation, and they never showed up.
Damn.
Yeah, but the animals didn't get attacked either. I think all that work amounted to something, you know?
He'd felt the same way, but it was good to hear her say it.
Although, you know, if you think about it, we were probably taking on a lot more than we could handle.
What do you mean?
She looked up at him confused.
Oh, come on. We were just kids. If whoever killed the rabbits had actually showed up, they probably would have had a knife or something. I mean, you must have been pretty worried, right?
Was she? She was probably like all absorbed in like the detectiveness thing.
I wasn't worried.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you were there with me.
Oh, she blushed furiously.
Well, you know, no one else wanted to take care of the animals.
Clearly embarrassed, she tried desperately to change the subject.
I was the only one who asked to do it at first.
Yeah, well, boys don't really want to bother with taking care of animals.
Except for him.
Well, yeah, but you asked to do it after I did, didn't you?
If it wasn't the rabbits, they were going to make me do something else. You know how that school was. I figured it'd be better if I was working with somebody who wasn't too much of a loudmouth, right? Somebody who wasn't going to tell on me if I felt like blowing it off.
Aww.
Really? That's why you volunteered?
No, he volunteered because he liked her.
Yeah, it is.
He nodded quickly and much too earnestly, and then quickly looked away at something very important.
Really?
Of course.
Totally. That hadn't been the reason, of course. He had been asked to take care of the rabbits so that he could be near June. But it had been so long ago he couldn't bring himself to tell her how he'd felt back then. It would be embarrassing. God, they're a match made in heaven, aren't they? He took a quick breath to clear his head, tossed the broom up, and then snatched it out of the air.
Well, we don't really have time to be walking down memory lane like this, you know? We've got to figure out a way out of this room. Otherwise...
Yes. I'm gonna look over there.
June nodded curtly, then turned and walked away.
I should get back to it myself.
Maybe we could use this broom to work out that cipher. Oh.
That's right. The pool of blood.
Lovely. Junpei turned around and looked at the room. Had Snake's body. Chunks of flesh and organs still on the floor, yep.
Going on and on about old times right next to a corpse? What were we doing?
Ironically, going on about old times next to a corpse, talking about dead rabbits.
Well, maybe it was because we're in this mess.
Despite such a situation, or perhaps because of it, the mind turned to the farthest thing from death that it could find, which was the death of rabbits. Many rabbits. Still, Junpei couldn't help but feel a twinge of guilt as wanting so desperately to live when Snake lay dead before him.
I have to survive. No matter the cost, I need to make sure she gets out too.
As he stared at the clumps of blackened flesh, all Junpei could think about was how much he wanted to live. Oh, why did I go back into the adventure mode? I want to go back to normal mode. But anyway, can we use this broom with the toilet paper? What if I wrap the toilet paper around the broom? Okay. Oh, so you wrap the toilet paper around the broom, huh? Looks like the symbol lines up perfectly. It says 634 plus something. Alright. Let's see, can I use the luminol? Actually, let me check these stalls first. What do you think this is? It looks like tar. It's kind of sticky. I don't think we can just wipe it off. I doubt just pouring some water on it's going to help much either. What about hot water? Hot water? If we had some really hot water, like boiling hot, then maybe we could wash it off. Okay, nice hint there. Dividing wall separates the toilets. There's nothing in the toilet. If there was, that would be gross. Okay, nothing in there. Okay. Let me just switch around and see if we can use the luminol on the blood there. Wait. You don't really think we're supposed to use the luminol here, do you? Yeah, it does seem kind of weird to use it here. But maybe I should try it just in case. Well... Oh, turn the lights off. L, L, R, L, R, L. L, L, R, L, R, L. Left, left, right, left, maybe? I don't know. Ah. Left, left, right. Left, right, left. Well, I did what it said on the wall. I wonder if it actually did anything. What's this say? There's a piece of paper tied to this pipe with a wire. Drainage valve operation. Please do not flush the water in these pipes. Doing so may cause the drain to overflow. Okay. Hey, this drain's acting up. What the hell did you do? I just messed with the valves a little. Nothing big. I think that's good. We need the drain to overreact. There must be water flowing through the pipe on the right. There's a water flowing, pouring out of the drain. Hey, there's the mercury. It is the mercury, or is it? Yeah, the mercury one. Blue key card. It's a blue key card. This is the symbol for mercury. There was an elevator right outside of the big hospital room. I think that had the same symbol of the card reader next to it. That's right. I guess that means we're not supposed to use this card in this room? Do you really think so? You don't think maybe we need it for this room and for the elevator? I don't know. It'd be nice if we could just use that to escape, but it seems like there's definitely a combination lock here. It was the 6 plus something else. I already checked all 3 toilets, you know? Nothing unusual there. Okay, what have we got in our inventory then? We've got a bucket. What can we do with the bucket? It's a tin bucket. Hey Junpei, do you remember back in the school they gave you this to clean stuff up and all you had was a sponge and a bucket like this? Can we leave the past in the past? Okay, maybe we could fill this up with water from the drain. Yeah, why don't we fill this up? It's a thermometer. Can you get it off? No. It's screwed on the wall. So we need a screwdriver as well now? Great. Maybe I can use the shower here to fill the bucket with hot water. Hey, 7, could you turn on the shower? I'm gonna put the bucket under the head. Okay, sure thing. Ah, we have actual hot water here. Bucket filled with hot water. Alright, let's go see if we can wash off that tar. There's something that looks like tar inside the toilet bowl. If I flush the hot water from the bucket, that should clean it up. Okay. What do I need to do with the water then? Do I need to put it in there? Ah, hello. Looks like you filled it. Now you should be able to flush it. There's probably a handle somewhere in the tank that you can pull. You think so? Serious? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I want that screwdriver, please. Tank's full of boiling water. Where's the handle? Where is it? There we go. And 185. So it is. No, it's not you. You're not. Where was the instructions for the first one? It was like 6 plus. Oh, it was on the broom. So this was 185. And on the broom, it said 634 plus 185. So 634, 734, 4454 6474 8494 4 14 814, 819. 819, 819, 819, 819. And we can screw this off. I don't know what we need it for, but we can. 819.
Hey, Junpei.
Oh, crap.
You know why thermometers only go up to 107 degrees Fahrenheit?
No idea. Junpei answered without taking his eyes off the screw.
No, I can't say I ever thought about that.
At 107 degrees, the cells in the human body start to die, and the organs begin to shut down. The proteins in your cells start to harden.
Well, aren't you a lovely child?
It's like when you hard-boil an egg. Even if you cool it down afterwards, it won't go back to being a raw egg. In other words, it's dead. That's why thermometers don't go past 107. There's no point.
Thanks for telling me that, Santa. You are such a bundle of sunshine. Why had Santa brought that up, Junpei wondered.
Oh yeah?
He continued to work at the screw.
But it's pretty rare for a fever to get that high. Even viruses and stuff don't usually drive the body temperature up to 107. Of course, there are other external things that could.
Like what?
Well, let's see.
Flames.
Something like getting locked in a sauna.
Oh no.
Or getting thrown into an incinerator and burnt to death.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess that would get a little hotter than 107 degrees Fahrenheit.
Junpei gave a snort. A short, not snort, a short barking laugh. A moment later, the screw fell off. Wait, with a small tug, Junpei pulled the thermometer from the wall.
All right, I got it!
He looked up and saw Santa glaring at a blank section of the wall.
Huh? What's up?
Are you okay, Santa?
Nothing. Forget about it.
Okay. Santa spun around and walked off away from Junpei.
What was that all about?
But as Junpei watched him go, he didn't look angry. Looked very, very sad. A thermometer. Oh, you took the thermometer off. It says open at the bottom of the gauge. I wonder what it means. Maybe when it gets that hot, something will open? Do we want to put it in some hot water? I don't really know. Do we have any hot water left in the tank? No more hot water. Dirt flushed out and put it on the bottom of the bowl. Okay. That's where we came in. Okay. Chunks of pinkish meat spattered across the floor. Snake, why did this happen to you? Damn, I just can't... Maybe we do something with the shower head? If I can get this hot water on the thermometer, then maybe... Alright, thermometer, let's get this party started. Yep, looks like that's doing the trick. There goes the gauge. And now it's at the open mark. Huh? Oh, it opened. What's this? Looks like there's a piece of paper in here. Oh god, there's more. Okay, so. I need to write this down. I need to literally grab... I have a piece of paper here somewhere. Let me just grab that. It's not in this drawer. Paper. Come on. Okay. So let's write this down. We've got 957. 957. Then on the broom, we've got 634. And then the last number was in the toilet stall. And that was 185. Okay. So, I'm literally doing the sum right now. So, okay, let's do 957 plus 634. So, 957, 634, 7 plus 4, 11. So that'd be a 1. Put the 1 on there. 6, 9. 9 plus 6 is 15, so that'd be 1,591. 1,591 plus 185 would be 6. 9 plus 8 is 17. put the 1 on top of there. That'd be a 6. That would make 7. 1,776. That's the answer. 1,776. Okay, nothing happened when I pressed these buttons. I know it. Let's go. I think we have to do something else before it's going to let us enter a password. Oh, maybe you have to disable those 2 things that say lock first, you know? It looks like the red light is off. Yeah, and it still says lock. God damn it. Lock, huh? There's a blue light right next to it, but it's off. Okay, what do I do there then? I thought I did pretty goddamn well. I don't think there's anything else I need to do. That I can think of, at least. Wooden box, nothing else interesting. Stack of toilet paper, nothing really interesting. 185, got that. What do we do to disable you? There's a little slot here for swiping a key card. Oh, okay. There we go. The blue light just came on. Now we should be able to enter a password, and it's 1776. Blue light's on. Now just gotta get the red light to turn on. How do I turn on the red light? I do not know. You think maybe we got to disable the lock first? Yeah, I don't know how, though. I've got no idea how to disable the thing. No point in leaving. I don't know. Okay, I'm at a loss now. I'm completely at a loss. I'm not really sure. There's like another key card that we need to find. Maybe something in this toilet stall. There might be something in the tank, you know? Let's open that tank up. Ah, there's a key card. Okay. Alright, that was just me being dumb. Completely missed that. Let's put that on. Alright, huh? The blue light was just on, but now it's off. And the red light's on instead. I guess we have to swipe the red card first and then the blue card. Okay. Okay, and now both the lights are on. Let's get the password in. Both lights are on. Let's enter the password. C for clear, E for enter. Okay. Let's enter it. It's 1776. There we go. You know, I did the sums for that on an Uno card. That was hilarious. And we're out. A very interesting room, that one. Just a very interesting, like, thing in general, to be honest. A lot of drama. But we found the way out. Outside of the shower room was a hallway that extended off to the left and right.
There's a large iron door at the end.
Let's take a look.
They'd moved a few steps toward the door when Junpei heard the sound of metal on metal. Huh?
Huh?
They turned around. Seven was doing something to the door at the shower room.
What are you doing, Seven?
I was keeping them open.
I figure maybe we might want to come back here sometime. So, I stuck the broom in there to keep the door from shutting. Alright, let's go.
He's doing that with every room that we go to, which I think is going to be helpful in the long run. Thank goodness. With that, he stood up and began walking down the hallway. He brushed past Junpei and kept going. After a moment, the rest of them followed him. Before long, they found themselves at the large iron door. They had only been there for a moment when June spoke up.
Jumpy, look!
He turned. There on the right side of the hallway was a piece of paper attached to the wall.
What's up?
What's that on the wall there?
Probably a map.
Oh, I think it's...
It's a map. It's so a map.
A map of the ship's interior?
A map of the ship's interior that's about to tell us that we've just gone around in a circle, because yay, that's fun.
It says C deck.
So it's the map for this floor then. We'll have time to study it later. Let's keep going for now.
Junpei folded the map and stuffed it into his pocket. Oh, you wish you'd studied it. Back at the door, the four of them lined up in front of it. Santa stepped forward. He grabbed hold of the door and then turned to look back at the rest of them.
Ready? I'm gonna open it.
They nodded. Santa nodded back and threw the door open. And now we're going to get bombarded by Lotus and Clover. All four of them leapt through.
What the...
You're shitting me.
Yep. It took only a moment for them to realize where they were.
We're back.
They had been there only a short time ago. It was the large hospital room filled with countless beds. Wow. Lotus and Clover looked up as they entered. Ace was there as well, although he looked as though he had only just woken up.
Clover! Lotus! And Ace! I'm glad you're all okay.
Lotus is probably pissed, Clover's probably depressed, Ace is probably annoyed.
Lotus? What are you?
The moment they spotted Junpei, Lotus and Clover headed straight for him. As she neared him, Lotus drew back her hand, smack, and slapped him, open-palmed, across the face.
How could you do this to us?
Her face was furious. She grabbed Junpei by the collar and shook him violently. Clover didn't touch him, but the hate in her eyes was no less potent. Okay, let me check where we are on the flowchart. Yeah, visual novel. We're instantly going to be forced to go with Lotus, which is fun. And at that point, that's when we're going to skip ahead to this area where we end up going a different direction. Or this one, actually. We've missed these. Oh, man. It was 7 who stopped them.
Knock it off. We got bigger shit to worry about right now.
His deep voice echoed across the massive room. Lotus glared at 7, but let Junpei go after one last vicious shake.
What?
Go have a look. I stuck the screwdriver in the door.
Ah.
That door over there, the one without a number. As long as the screwdriver's there, it can't shut, so you can get in there. There's a shower room past there. I stuck a broom at the door there, too. Anyway, go take a look.
Oh, no.
Then you're saying we can go in there without passing through the numbered door?
Yeah, that's about the size of it.
Wait, what the hell is in there?
You'll know when you see it.
Fine, let's go.
Lotus and Clover looked at one another for a moment, then nodded and stepped through the door. 7, you arsehole, you should have fucking prepared Clover at least. You're about to show her the dead remains of her brother. By then, Ace had made his way to them, moving with the stiff, shuffling steps of someone who had only just awakened from a lengthy slumber.
My goodness.
Yes.
I know I said I was sure you'd come back for me. I didn't think it would happen so soon, though.
Yeah, we've already heard that one. Ace shook his head weakly.
Should I go as well?
Yeah.
7 nodded.
Very well.
Ace followed Lotus and Clover with his stiff, tired gait. Well... And now the drama happens. The squeal of tortured metal made Junpei's teeth curl. It sounded like the noise a ghost would make. No matter how many times he heard it, he never got used to it. Every time it put him on edge. It didn't help that there was a girl nearby who looked far more like a ghost than... Oh, we're back here now. We're back here now. Aside from the rise and fall of Alicia, she didn't move.
Snake was probably murdered.
And...
Chances are he was killed the same way the ninth man was.
Now we're back at this point. We've heard this before. There's no need to listen to this again. It's just kind of, you know, outside the showers, to the confinement room. So I say we head straight back here and we redecide. And now we're going to go into the number 7 door that we haven't done yet. Yep, we just saw this earlier.
Well, we can't, right?
Like you.
Skip
You
it.
say so?
No.
Skip it, skip it, skip it.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well,
Ah, yeah.
you first loaded.
Yeah,
It's
blah,
the
blah,
same
blah,
numbers
blah,
for-
blah,
Got
blah,
it.
blah, blah, blah.
You're next 7.
Blah, blah,
I'll
blah,
take-
blah, blah, blah.
What?
Keep going.
Who, me?
Oh, you're gonna...
And still waiting.
Right. Junpei?
Which door do we want? Junpei's mind was made up. I'd like door 7.
I think I'm gonna go with door 7.
Okay. 7 it is.
Yeah.
Alright then. That means June's gotta go through 8.
Yep, because we can't be together.
What?
What?
Santa grimaced and muttered angrily to himself, but finally began to explain.
If the 6 of us are gonna keep going without leaving anyone behind, there are only 3 ways we can do it.
Okay, we've heard this. We've heard
That's
plan A.
3,
We've heard plan B.
4,
We've heard plan C.
Or
We've heard this.
there are no other combinations. In other words, 3 and 4 and 7 and 8 can never go through the same doors.
What a pity.
You get it now?
As Santa finished, June looked over at Junpei, tears welling up in the corner of her eyes.
Oh no, you're saying we aren't gonna see each other again for a long time.
Sadly. Junpei felt as though June did. He wanted to be at her side through whatever trials they were preparing to face. But he knew that if they were to survive, he had to swallow his feelings. In order for the 6 of them to move forward, he and June had to be separated. He looked at June. He was scared to lose her, but he swallowed, steeled his resolve, and did his best to smile.
Hey, come on. You're making it sound like we're never gonna see each other again. We gotta split up. But this is just like when we went
Yeah,
into the
same
we got
thing.
split
We've
up.
heard this
I'll bet
before.
7 and 8.
You mean they're connected?
Yeah.
Probably.
We've heard this. I'm just gonna go until we
I'm
get
sure
to
they're
the...
gonna connect somewhere.
Yeah, let's just skip to when we go into the door.
If they don't, in other words, the Zero's been on. I'm damn. He's not gonna end.
Skip it. Skip it. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Alright.
Everything's gonna be fine. We're gonna see each other again. I promise.
He can't promise that.
Yes.
Keep going. Keep
Anyway,
going.
Clover and I will. I figure I'll take it. Any problems with that, Clover?
Oh. So I'm going with Clover as well. So no matter what, I'm with Clover in 8 or 7 in this one. That's pretty good given that there's a chance that you can't be with Clover to begin with anyway.
Whatever.
Yep, okay.
All right, we're ready to. Let's move.
As Santa's command, we headed to our doors. Clover, 7, and Junpei walked toward door 7. And Santa, Lotus, and June headed for door 8. Alright, for a long moment they stood in front of the door. 7 took a deep breath.
You guys ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go.
It's open.
A narrow hallway stretched out before them. 7 and Clover leapt through the door.
Let's do this!
Hurry!
The moment they did, their bracelets beeped. The detonators in the bracelets had been activated. Junpei stepped forward to follow them. Let me guess, and then he turns to go to look at Akane, and then just get pulled through. June stood there, mirror image of Junpei. We've seen this bit as well. We've seen this dialogue
June.
before.
Jumpy.
Their farewell took almost 1.5 seconds.
What the hell are you doing, Junpei?
And then we're dragged by 7. Yep. He heard the sound of the numbered door slam shut behind him. And away we go. His bracelet gave a cold electronic beep.
Only 81 seconds left! No time to waste, guys! Let's get moving!
Junpei and well, it's there. Literally, it's right there. You can see it right there. After what seemed like far more than 81 seconds, they reached the end of the hall.
Look! The door on the left! I can see the dead!
There was no time to rest or catch their breath. All 3 slammed their hands in quick succession over the scanner panel on the dead. And we're safe. Still trying to catch his breath, 7 leaned against the wall heavily.
It stopped. It stopped.
No shit, 7. His smile seemed forced and a little crooked.
This is the second time we've gone through one of these numbered doors, but whew, you never really get used to it.
No, you don't. He stood up straight, no longer out of breath, and wiped some of the sweat from his head and neck. Clover smirked at him.
I would have thought a guy your size would have bigger balls than that.
Oh my god, Clover, wow.
What? What the hell did you just say? Say it again! I dare
7, don't hit a child.
You have no...
You little... You wanna die?
I'd like to see you try.
You fucking brat. Alright, let's go!
Hey, calm down, guys. This isn't the time for this.
This is hilarious. This is brilliant. This is like Comedy Central TV right here.
It's not gonna do us any good.
Get over it, you two. Junpei sighed. Sometimes he wondered if the doors and the puzzles were really the greatest challenge they faced.
Wait here for a minute, alright? I'm gonna go see if there are any other doors.
They didn't respond, but Junpei wasn't in the mood for a conversation anyway.
We just came through this door. And of course it's shut tight.
Yep.
There's a short hallway on the left here, and an iron wall. I doubt I can get through it.
At last he gave up and returned to 7, who was tapping lightly on the wooden door.
This door's the only option we've got, right?
Yeah, looks like it.
Hey, something's written on the door. On that iron plate.
It says operating room.
Oh god.
If this thing's telling the truth, there could be body parts inside here.
Well, this is probably not going to be pleasant.
Something about it made Junpei feel nervous.
Well, there's no point to standing around. Might as well go in and see what's waiting for
Well,
us.
let's see. 7 grabbed the brass knob and slowly opened the door. The creak of the hinge sounded like the groan of an old woman.
What's wrong?
No, it's nothing.
A chill snaked its way down Junpei's spine.
Let's just go.
Quickly, he gathered what courage he could and took the first step into the room. 7 followed, with Clover right behind him.
Huh?
Oh, we're literally in an operating theatre. That's insane. Part of the room just past the door was obscured by a screen.
What the hell is this?
Why don't we take a look?
Hey, Clover!
Clover's curiosity got the better of her, and she darted past Junpei to peer around the screen. Oh god, is there a body? Her scream nearly blew out Junpei's eardrums.
What? Clover!
He and Seven ran toward Clover to see what had frightened her.
Hey, what's wrong?
They rounded the screen, and the cause of her outburst was immediately clear.
What the hell is this?
It's a dummy. That's not a real person, that's a dummy.
Is this a corpse?
It was something that looked kind of like human, lying across some sort of bed. No, not a bed. An operating table. The table sat on a rusty steel lift, and a cluster of bright operating lights shone... and a cluster of bright operating lights shone down on it. It shone down on it from the ceiling.
We should probably take a closer look.
Yeah.
Slowly, they approached. Oh god, as they got closer to the body, it became clear it wasn't a body at all.
This is...
What the hell? That's just a huge doll or something.
It's a mannequin.
Doll?
Clover did not look terribly comforted. Slowly, she approached the operating table and looked as intently as possible, from as far away as possible, at the thing. That is no Barbie. Junpei could see her relax.
You're right. It's only a doll. Man, it really scared me.
She heaved a great sigh of relief and wiped a few drops of sweat from her forehead. Seven smirked.
Well, I guess it would have been weird if you actually had any balls.
Shut it! Don't you start with me, fatty.
Oh god.
Oh, what's this? You want a piece of me, short stuff?
Well, her brother's just gone missing, so can you just give her some slack, please?
Yeah, bring it on, you whale!
Hey, guys, not again, okay? Seriously, knock it off.
One of you is a child, and one of you is an adult. Come the fuck on.
Jeez. Anyway, it looks like he's got something the two of you could stand to have a little more of.
A heart.
I'm talking about a heart.
Huh? Oh, this? You mean on his chest?
Yeah.
It was set a little higher than normal for a human body, but from the shape of the organ, there could be no doubt that it was a heart.
Why would there be a heart in a doll?
I don't think it's a doll.
You think maybe it's like a medical mannequin or something?
Probably.
Or maybe it's got more personal uses?
No, Seven, no. Seven's grin was more than a little perverted. Clover glared at him, so did
Anyway,
I.
How about we take a look around this place? Let's go.
Okay.
Sure thing.
And we've reached another escape room. However, I don't think we'll be able to complete it in the time given for this episode. So, what that means is we're going to find out what happens in this room next episode. So, if you guys are enjoying the series so far, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to see us operate on this lovely mannequin, then make sure to keep in touch, because every single day I upload a new episode of the Nonary Games 999. And if you want to play the Nonary Games game, down below in the comments, just take a look at the amount of views the video has and try to work out the digital root from those view numbers, and you will find out what character you are from this game. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time, guys. Goodbye.